How's it going, everybody? Rybread here today, and we're going to be continuing the Year 5 playoffs. I think I might have said Year 6 in a different video. I just did the math in my head. It's actually only Year 5, so we won the Stanley Cup earlier than I thought we did. We won it in Year 4. So, if you remember in the last video, we went ahead and discarded the Florida Panthers in 6 games. We won the series 4-2. Two straight wins. It was 2-2 at the end of the 2 home games, 2 away games, and then we went ahead and won the next 2. 1 on the road and 1 at home, and we advanced to the next round to face the Washington Capitals. Now, if you check out their record, I think I mentioned this last video as well, they are basically the same record as us, just slightly better. So I feel pretty good about how this is going to look for us, although I haven't checked out their roster yet. As far as the other teams left in the East, let's go ahead and just check out the playoff tree so far. As you can see, New Jersey and Pittsburgh are both still in the East as a potential finalist for the East. And then over in the West, we have Minnesota versus Dallas and Calgary versus Vancouver. So a pretty exciting playoff so far, except I'm scared because Washington did sweep Tampa Bay. So that means they're probably pretty decent because Tampa Bay was dominant in the Atlantic. They were the #1 team in the Atlantic, and then they got swept by the Capitals. So the Capitals are hot right now. Let's go ahead and simulate up to the game. We got a team meeting to hold, but we'll do that as soon as we check out the lines here. Because team meetings, not too relevant to me. So, wow, they're still rated pretty highly. Is that Carlson? Is Carlson the highest rated defender they have? Oh, and if you remember last video, we made a couple line changes, and they did seem to work out for the best. We put Roslovic and O'Reilly up on that first line with Reinhart and Okposo. You know what? Let's just go ahead and switch that because O'Reilly's a lefty and Roslovic's a righty. I don't think it matters, but we're just going to do that. Mitch Marner, Okposo, and Reinhart, they're on that second line. Our third line I'm really, really happy with. Nylander's up to an 86 now. I don't know if that's natural growth or if that's because he's happy. Probably more, because of morale. But hope it's a good sign that he's going to keep growing and be an elite player for us. And then on the fourth line, we have Baptiste Foligno and McNeely in center. And then on the back end, yeah, nothing's changed here. Goalies, nothing's changed here either. Matt Murray played pretty well for us last series as well. So we'll go ahead and view the opponents. So Ovechkin's still hanging around. He's only an 88 now, not as dominant, but they still have Evgeny Kuznetsov at an 89. And Jakub Vrana, who's a top 6 forward, 25. Let's see, when was he drafted? 2014, the first round. So he's a sniper. Wow, they got 2 snipers and a playmaker up there on that top line. All right, I can see why they advanced. Yeah, he's an 87. Then they have Marcus Johansson, Andrei Burakovsky, and then Brett Connolly on that second line. So it's not a terrific second line, but it's not bad. Center-wise, they look pretty deep. Down here on the third line, they have Tom Wilson, Zach Sanford, and Riley Barber. So a power forward grinder and a sniper. Interesting combination. Then on that fourth line, I think this is where we can actually... This bottom 6, I think, is where we can really take advantage. Although, second line and fourth line is what I'm going to say we have the advantage in. Because their third line is actually pretty decent except for Wilson. But he's a grinder, so he may not be as bad as he looks. And then they have Gettinger here at 78 overall, power forward. Vitaly Gogalev, 82 overall. And then Eric Gryba is their right wing on their fourth line. They're playing a minor top 2 defenseman as their fourth line right winger. Do they have anybody injured? Oh yeah, David Desharnais is injured for them, but still, that's interesting that they have a defenseman playing on the right wing. Let's see, here is their defensive core. Yeah, John Carlson's a 90. He's their best player. He's better than Ovi. So they have a really good first pairing. They signed Zach Bogosian, or we might have traded him to him. And they have Dmitry Orlov there. And then Johansson and Bowie. Okay, so it's not too bad of a defensive core. I'm actually going to check out Zach Bogosian's stats for the season. Yeah, he was a -1 with 6 points. Yeah, no. He's not very good. He may be an 85, but he's not too great. And there we go. And then in goalie, they still have Braden Holtby. So he's probably the reason they're here. Oh yeah, look at that. 934, 175. How did he do this season during the regular season? He probably carried this team. God. Yeah, 922 save percentage, 245 goal against average. So he had a really good year, but he's basically the reason why they are where they are. And don't forget about Ovechkin. I mean, he's still good. He's fantastic, but he's listed as a second-line forward. He's got 9 goals and 1 assist in the playoffs so far. Wow. Okay, so he still puts up points, but as you can see, he's already hit his peak here, and he's on a rapid decline. I mean, 60 plus points is still good, but I think this is an aging team who is about to miss their window, so they're going to give it their all this year. But I definitely think our team is young enough, and it's mixed. Like Okposo and O'Reilly are the old guys on the team, and they're in 30. Foligno's 29 and Girgensons is 27. So we really don't have a lot of veterans on this team. Okay, you can call Cam Fowler and McCabe and Myers veterans, but still, there's plenty of young talent on our team that I think can get past this Capitals team because they're not built too great. They don't really have centers. I noticed that there were left wings and right wings playing center. And it's a little bit weird. They're kind of top heavy and have some good players here and there, but it's not a solid thorough roster like ours. But I'm not going to say anything because who knows how the simulation is going to go. They could simulate fantastic against us. We could, hopefully we don't just come out and shit the bed. But we had a good performance against Florida. You know, we didn't sweep them like the Washington did to Tampa Bay. But I am happy with how we performed. So let's go ahead and get into round number 2 here, game number 1. Oh God, I'm so excited. Let's go here with the first period. And Arthur McNeely on that. I was telling you guys that fourth line, that second and fourth line is where we're going to go ahead and make up the advantage here. Shots are about even. They have the slight advantage with one shot more than we do. All right, let's go with the second period. And Kyle Okposo on that second line. And then Vrana on that first line. Okay, he's that right winger on that first line. All right, so we took the lead again in shots, still leading in goals. We got one more period. Come on, boys. Play a solid defensive game on the power play. Come on. Oh, but we give Washington a power play right after we get off the power play. It's a long one, too, but we are able to kill it off. Our penalty kill has been great this playoffs. I've been really happy with how it's been performing. 5 minutes left in the period, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute, and there it is, boys. Your Buffalo Sabres have taken a 1-0 series lead, taking the first game in the series 2-1. Solid performance from Matt Murray, stopping 24 of 25. And as far as points were concerned, our second and fourth line were able to go ahead and get us the goals that we needed. Baptiste had an assist. Marner, McNeely, and Okposo had the goals. And those guys had the assists. All right, who was a minus? So it was that. It looked like it was that third line was the one that let up the goal against the first line. So it wasn't direct matchup with our first line because I think our first line is pretty good defensively too. They can put pucks in the net, but they're like O'Reilly and, in the AHL, the round of the playoffs is over. Did we advance? Yes, we did. Awesome. We're in the second round in the AHL as well, but let's go ahead and get into game 2. Let's not waste any more time and get into this first period of game number 2. Ooh, it's a pretty high scoring. Oh, look at that. There's that first line. Ovechkin opens the scoring, answered by Marner and Foligno on the second and fourth lines again, boys. So I called it. There's our advantage, but they're putting their first line puts in goals. So hopefully our first line can tighten up defensively because I can't rely on our second and fourth liners to just carry us. Or our first line could match their first line as far as output, which would be great. But we took a lot more shots than they did. Did they take any penalties that period? Yeah, they took 2. So maybe that's why. I think Ovi scored on the power play. Yeah, right on the power play because Cam Fowler took a penalty with 17:56, and then Ovi scored with 17:51. So let's see about this second period. Can we play a better game here? We need scoring from our first line. Let's go with the second period. Jack Eichel goes ahead and scores, but Gogalev, I think he's on the third line, goes ahead and nets one for Washington, keeps it tied going into the third period. This is a back-and-forth battle, but Connolly on that second line goes ahead and takes the lead for the Washington Capitals, and then Ovi makes it a 2-goal lead with 16 minutes left in the period, but we're on the power play. Oh, we can't capitalize on it, boys. Come on, somebody step up. We need a quick one here. We can't let the time just tick off. Oh, God, there it goes. 5-3 for the Capitals so far. 2 minutes. Nobody's going to step up and put one in for us. And there it is. Washington takes game number 2, 5-3. As far as shots, they only took 29 shots and scored on 5 of them, so they're really capitalizing on their chances. Well, that was just a high-scoring game for both teams. I mean, we put 3 in, they put 5 in, so we'll see here. Pittsburgh's up 2-0, and Vancouver's up 2-0. Well, Minnesota and Dallas are tied 1-1. All right, so let's go ahead and get the first game in Washington. Their crowd is rocking the red. But come on, can we shut them up? I don't want to be down 2-1 in the series. That's a scary place to be. Let's go with the first period. Oh, Rasmus Ristolainen scores, but Ovechkin, the dude scores, guys. Holy shit. He had 9 goals in the first round, and he's got like 3 or 4 against us, and this is game 3. The dude is still putting pucks in the net. Holy shit. Come on, guys. I need you to shut him down and get some offense. Let's go with the second period. All right, we did shut him down, but we didn't get the offense. Actually, Holtby's stealing this game. Look at the shot total, but Mitch Marner solves Braden Holtby at the 30th shot from the Buffalo Sabres, and then Ryan O'Reilly scores on the 31st shot. So the 30th and 31st shot for Buffalo go ahead and go in. They beat Braden Holtby. Yeah, he can't carry Washington all the way to the next round. I don't think it's going to happen. Our offense is just too good, and if we put up this many shots to that, they don't shoot. I'm starting to notice that. They don't put a lot of pucks on the net. So we're doing actually really well, either shot suppression or they just don't take shots. But Matt Murray's got to be on his A game because he could let 2 of those in on 20 shots. And who knows, maybe Braden Holtby has a fantastic game and just shuts us down. But there we go, guys. We take a 2-1 series lead. Let's go ahead and get up to game number 4 in Washington. If we could take a 3-1 series lead, that would be fantastic here. We had a good game. We solved Braden Holtby, and our defense was able to only allow 1 goal. Come on, Matt Murray. Let's have another fantastic performance from you. First period. Ooh, and Tom Wilson goes ahead and scores for them. I think he's on like their 3rd line or something. All right, so with 2 minutes left in the first period, he nets one for the Washington Capitals. Come on, boys. We still have a chance at this, though. This game isn't over. It's only 1 goal. I need the offense to step it up here. Let's get a crazy amount of shots like we did last game. Second period. And there we go. Kel Foote nets one, but Ovechkin again. This dude scores. Like, he doesn't even score this much in real life. Holy shit, is he putting pucks in the net in this playoffs. I got to check his stats after this game, regardless if we win or lose. I'm hoping we win, but come on, boys. You got to score at least 1 goal this third period. Tie it up here. Come on. Somebody score quickly. We can't give them a power play, especially not with Ovi on the power play. And Cam Fowler nets one for the Buffalo Sabres with 11 minutes left in the period and ties it up 2-2. Come on, boys. Just shut it down. Oh, and Zach Redmond. Is that Zach Redmond? Redmond goes ahead and scores for Washington. And Johansson nets the empty netter, makes it look worse than it actually was. Really close game, actually. But we take the 4-2 loss. Jesus. Ovi is just putting in... it's ridiculous. I don't think the dude has anything but goals. Let's go 2-2 in the series now. That's kind of scary. That's how we were against Florida, though. So we have experience in this position. We've got lots of experience with a lot of things. Look at that. Actually, maybe we should move Sam Reinhart back up to the first line because Jack Roslovic's point production hasn't been quite as good. Yeah, let's go. I'll make that line change here. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to make a line change unless we lose this next game. But Washington. I want to go to Washington to see Ovi. Holy shit. He's got 13 goals in 8 games. Yeah, 13 goals, 1 assist. Holy shit. Vrana's passing is up at 93 and 92 offensive awareness. So he's just feeding Ovi. God, they found the perfect line mate for Ovi. And look at that, guys. Kuznetsov. Wow. Oh, wait, I was sorting by goals. I was like, man, he's got no points. But yeah, Kuznetsov's passing's up there too. So they're just feeding Ovi. He's eating right now. Jesus. He's feasting on the defense as he plays in the playoffs. Come on, boys. Back in Buffalo, let's go ahead and take this game and set ourselves up in a really, really good position. We can't get down 3-2 here. We just can't lose this game. This is one you cannot drop if you hope to move on to the next round. Let's go, boys. First period. And Sam Reinhart there goes ahead and nets one early on in the first period and gives Buffalo the 1-0 lead at the end of the first. Come on, boys, keep it up in the second. Keep up the good defensive game, and we can survive with 2-3 goals as long as we keep up this defensive game. We got to keep playing like this. Keep going, boys. Second period. Ooh, and there we go. We're putting shots on. This reminds me of what? Game number... Oh, but Johansson nets one. And then Gogolev scores right after him. Come on, Matt Murray. You let 2 goals into them. And Barber scored. What the hell, Matt Murray? But Gergensen pulls Buffalo back to within 1. Holy shit, what a third period. And Ovi scores now on Chad Johnson because we pulled Matt Murray, apparently. 4 goals in the third period. But Dalcal brings Buffalo back to within 1 with, oh my god, Mitch Marner ties up the game with 7:49 left in the period. There's 5 minutes left. I'm losing my mind because, holy shit. Oh, and then Conley scores with 2 minutes left. Is there going to be a hero for Buffalo? And there's not. Holy shit, we let them score 5 goals on us in this third period, this freaking third period, guys. This period is the turning point in this series. We had this game. It was 1-0, and then they came out and netted 2 on Matt Murray in the first minute of this period. Barber extended it to a 3-1 lead. Girgensons brought it back to 3-2. Ovechkin made it 4-2. Dalcal made it 4-3. Marner tied the game at 4, and then Connolly netted the final goal of the game with 2:32 left in the third period, and Buffalo doesn't have enough offense left in the tank. But goddamn, 5 goals in that final period. Holy shit. You know what? I gotta make this line change. I haven't seen Roslovic's name at all. Boom. Go ahead and put not Rasmus Ristolainen, Jesus. Sam Reinhart up there on that first line. Come on, boys. We can't let this one slip between our fingers. We had that game too. Just a bad start of the third period by Matt Murray. He came out flat. And look at that, boys. We are 1 game away. It just shows you how much 1 period can make a difference in these series. There we go. That's fine. Yeah, it shows you how much 1 bad period can change a series. We went from having a confident 3-2 lead in the series to now being down 3-2. Oh, come on, boys. We gotta have this game. You cannot go home like this, not after that period. Show some heart, boys. Keep fighting. First period. Oh, and there it is, boys. 2-1 for Washington. Oh, come on. We need more offense than that. Actually, you know what the problem is? It's our defense and goaltending. What the hell? All right, second period. And Jack Roslovic on that second line now goes ahead and ties the game up for Buffalo. Oh, this is a huge third period. Don't have a collapse in the third period like last game. Washington on the power play, but we kill it off. And Mitch Marner goes ahead and nets the third goal for Buffalo, makes it a 3-2 lead on the power play, but we're unable to capitalize, boys. 7 minutes left in the period, 6 minutes, 5 minutes, and Michael Dalcal makes it a 2-goal lead for the Buffalo Sabres. 2 minutes left in the period, 1 minute, and O'Reilly nets the empty netter to make it a 5-2 Buffalo win. There we go, boys. That's the kind of heart and effort I wanted to see. Let's see, did we do better after those line changes? We certainly didn't give up as many goals, but holy shit, Nylander. Chill. 4 assists, man. The dude was lighting it up. That third line just killed it. And then Marner and O'Reilly and Roslovic all scored. Yeah, wow, what a game. But goaltending, Matt Murray, they're not putting shots on, so I need you to be sharp. And we're going into a game number 7 against the Washington Capitals. On home ice, though, boys. This is why we play so hard during the regular season. Scouting. Where do I scout? You know what? Let's go to the SHL forwards for 2 weeks. Why not? There's only 16 players. In game number 7, boys, here it is. We're the last team left. Our series this is the last series still to be played. Pittsburgh has already punched their ticket to the Eastern Conference Finals, and it's Dallas versus Vancouver in the Western Conference Finals. Will we punch our ticket and try and defend our Stanley Cup? Or will we go home in round number 2 to the Washington Capitals, who will finally make it past the second round? Let's go, boys. I need it all from you. We're going to go real-time simulation here. There's no skipping of any periods in game number 7. Let's go, boys. And Dalcal, that's an early goal for the Buff. And McCabe on the first 2-3 shots of the game gives Buffalo a 2-0 lead. Hell yeah, boys. That's the kind of performance I'd like to see coming out of the gates. Shock them. Rock them early. Come on, boys. Keep it going. Keep it up. Now we just play defense. Don't turtle, though. Keep the offense on. If you got your shot, take it. But don't make any dumb decisions. And there we go. At the end of the first, it's 2-0 Buffalo with a 4-shot advantage, 11-7. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Keep it up, boys. Don't let them crawl back into this game. You've got the series in the palm of your hand right now. Just take it and move on, boys. Oh, we can't give them power plays, though. Ovi is quiet since I moved Reinhart on that first line. Come on, boys. 5 minutes left in the second period. Keep it up. Keep it up, Matt Murray. I'm looking at you. You've had some bad performances this playoffs, but this is the game where you need to cement yourself and put all those haters to rest and calm all the doubts in my mind that you're not a franchise goaltender. Show me that you are. This is the period to prove to me that you're the franchise goaltender. You are the Buffalo Sabres goaltender of the future. Let's go, boys. Strong third period. Come on. There we go. We killed off the power play. There we go. Shots. Washington's putting lots of shots on, but now it's Buffalo's turn, and Arthur McNeely nets the third goal for Buffalo. But Connolly pulls Washington back to within 2. Is it going to be another huge third period for the Washington Capitals, or is Buffalo going to move on to the Eastern Conference Finals? 2.5, 1.5, 30 seconds left, and there it is, boys. Your Buffalo Sabres are back in the Eastern Conference Finals for a second straight year. Whew, what a game. We came out swinging. That was an awesome start to the game. That's exactly what you want to see. You want to see your team come out and play that way. You want to see them, like, just Game 7, no fears, just go punch them in the face right off the bat, and Washington just couldn't recover. They scored their first goal there in the third period. Matt Murray silenced all the haters. 1 goal against, 26 saves on 27 shots. And your Buffalo Sabres guys are moving on to the Eastern Conference Finals to play the Pittsburgh Penguins. So this certainly hasn't been an easy road so far, but hell yeah, boys, that's what I love to see out of you guys. Hold a team meeting, why not? Calming, we triumphed. Okay, yeah, I'm okay with that. Some of the players want to stay hyped, but we can't let our nerves or our excitement get to us. After a 7-game series, wow, look at that. Vancouver swept the Calgary Flames, Dallas advanced 4-2, and Pittsburgh won in 5. So we will be going up against the Pittsburgh Penguins in the Eastern Conference Finals, and we will hopefully be able to advance to the Stanley Cup Finals and play either the Vancouver Canucks or the Dallas Stars. Here's what the playoff tree looks like. For Pittsburgh, they were taken to Game 7 by Evander Kane and the New York Islanders, but they advanced. And then against the Devils, who were taken to 7 games by Philadelphia, it only took them 5 games to beat New Jersey. And over in the West, Calgary went ahead and advanced against LA 4-1, and Vancouver was taken to a Game 7 against Anaheim. But then they put all those worries, they got all that experience in the playoffs in that 7-game series and swept Calgary, who might have had a little bit too much rest since Vancouver was going to a Game 7. And then up at the top, Minnesota discarded the great Colorado Avalanche 4-2 in that series, and Dallas beat the St. Louis Blues 4-1. And then in round number 2, Dallas handled Minnesota 4-2. And they are going on to face the Vancouver Canucks in the Western Conference Finals. So, will it be Pittsburgh, Dallas, Pittsburgh, Vancouver, or will it be Buffalo versus Dallas or Buffalo versus Vancouver? Leave your guess down in the comments section because I'm pretty confident it's going to be us, but who will survive and who will be in the Stanley Cup playoffs? Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you when we take on the Pittsburgh Penguins in the Eastern Conference Finals.